Welcome back to 12 Acres and welcome to this highlights video, which covers about 5 weeks. You'll see there's a lot of things going on in this video. Well, my baby chicks didn't last long. After moving them out to the barn, I kept them in a rabbit cage for about a month, and they did really well, didn't have any losses. And then the very first night I let them out of the rabbit cage, but they were still in the enclosed coop. Something had crawled through a small hole in the bottom of the foundation of the barn and killed every single one of them. So now I'm starting all over again with another batch of eggs in the incubator.
Chicken.
Swimming good.
I was doing a handstand and I did a flip on accident. I want to do a handstand and water got on my nose.
Okay. Tim has had increasingly more severe episodes of symptoms of recurring blockages again, and he has told his cardiologist this, and the cardiologist kind of blew it off, made him believe that it's just all in his head and he doesn't want to feed into his anxiety. Well, he ordered a CT scan just to appease us, and they ended up blowing out a vein during the process, and that's what you see here in the recovery room. But the results of the CTA scan show that he does have 2 blockages. One in the same place that's always been growing the scar tissue, and that now has 2 stents in it and can no longer be stented again. And then the other spot is on the right side, which has never been looked at before. So how long that one has been at a 50% blockage, we don't know.
Just over a minute. Already out of breath. Already having pain. But my doctor says it's just anxiety. And there's nothing wrong with me. It's just in my head. That's hurting.
It's hurting.
Be there. Right now. It's a minute, 43 seconds. Started having pain. In less than a minute. Can't breathe, can't do what I was doing. Doctor just tells me it's anxiety. Says, I tell him about my pain in my chest. I have shooting pains at times. He told me he didn't care about that. It's the kind of doctor I got. Told him I did because every time I've had this, I've had blockages. We got my medical report back the other day. We got it Thursday. From my understanding of reading it, I have multiple blockages again. No one's called me from the hospital. I've called 3 times to try to get answers on this. No one has returned my call. I had slight chest pain and arm pain Friday night. Went into the ER. They sent me home because there's nothing wrong. They didn't bother looking up my test to see about my blockages. There is something wrong. And these doctors that failed me, they're failing everyone else. They need to be held accountable through legislation. That's what needs to be done. They do not listen. They do not care about the people they're supposed to be helping. They care about the dollar and nothing else. They do not listen to us, and I'm fucking mad about it.
So I believe it was Tuesday on that following week that he finally heard from the cardiologist nurse, who told him that the cardiologist says that the test results were as expected and nothing new. And we're like, how is this expected? He expected Tim to have 2 more blockages? But we did go ahead and schedule an appointment to actually go in and talk to him in person. So we did that, and you know, we calmed down a little bit then. But we were quite upset over this whole scenario. And of course, his cardiologist is like, yeah, we probably should just keep monitoring you. Okay, so how are we going to do that? Again, it's going to fall on Tim monitoring himself and what he's able to do to know whether or not it's getting worse. It always falls on Tim to monitor himself. So the doctor doesn't want to see us again until 2 months. 2 months, knowing that this scar tissue is coming back. Hi, Mag. What are you doing? Pretty girl. These flies are crazy. And there's little Lori. She's looking good. Maggie's my big girl. Hopefully she's pregnant. I just don't know. We'll see next year, I guess. Definitely getting into the hot part of the summer. The animals go through so much water. We try to swim as much as we can to cool off. We're still not using any air conditioners in the house to try and keep our bills down. Doesn't seem to be working very well, and we're just suffering, but it is summertime, and it can be expected to be hot.
I'm very winded. Chest is hurting. Radiates into my arm. But my cardiologist says, see you in 2 months.
We have since had a consultation with a new surgeon who is also a vascular specialist office, and he confirmed that it is very, very probable that Tim is going to have to be looking at another heart surgery to fix these problems, because he already has 2 stents in the one spot and you cannot stent it a 3rd time. So really, in order to get in there and see exactly what's causing the scar tissue all this time, the only way they can really do that is to get in there and with their own eyes and see and fix the issues. So again, not knowing timeline on any of these things, we still have an actual meeting of the surgeon coming up in a couple of weeks. If he can hold out that long, he may end up going to the hospital before then. Yeah, that's like a passion fruit flower or something like that.
How many weeks ago was it?
Hey, you had the CT? It was June 26th, so that was over 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, and is at a 40 to 50% block, and we know it's continuing to grow.
Yeah.
How fast is it growing?
Yeah, I know.
I tell you how fast at the rate, so the doctors don't give a
Yeah, and they don't know anything. They can't tell you, so.
That's how fast that's growing. But if I'm starting to have pains, it's normally walking. It's got to be more already.
Yeah.
Because that's a problem. You know, maybe that last stint helped reduce the scarring.
Yeah, slow it.
Slow it down. But if you didn't, or now that the medicine's gone, because it's been roughly 6 months.
Yeah.
Now it's growing again. But we don't know why.
Yeah.
What the hell you got a doctor?
Exactly. Those are pretty flowers. I gotta get some pictures of those.
Let's get all those
Watch out, don't scare the butterflies off. Alright. You hot?
No.
You're never hot.